Institute with Center for Sustainability Research and Practice, University of Lahore, is all the time available. His deep respect for us has compelled us to call him and invite him in every summit, in every event of CSRP, and he never refuses to share his very valuable time out of his so busy schedule. So I am glad that we have Mr. Mansoor Azam Qazi, who is a senior banker having over 18 years of experience. He is anchor at Pakistan Television News and a host of current affairs programs. He is a senior advisor parliamentarian forum. I request him to please come on the stage for a keynote speech. Please give him a big hand.
Very good afternoon. And first of all, I really want to welcome all the foreign delegates who are in Pakistan. And I'm hoping that you all are enjoying your stay over here. A few moments back, I was just watching, mashallah, all of you were having a very healthy lunch and typical Pakistani food. And I was very happy to see that all of you were very enjoying it a lot. I didn't have lunch because I wanted to go for a speech, so I thought I'll have it afterwards. But now the food is ended, so I have to go back empty stomach. No. Anyways, today we will be discussing on the role of media in educating youth on moral values with respect to cultural differences. Moral values. Let's firstly talk about moral values, what we are driving from this whole thing. It's basically a developed sense, a compass in us which tells us what is right and what is wrong. And that's basically our conscience. We drive our values from the spirituality. That's basically the different definitions of moral values. Then we talk about the cultural values, what culture we are talking about. So these culture is basically traditions. This is the beliefs, the rituals which a major portion of our society follows. So there is a difference between moral values and culture. What is happening at this moment in time, that we are mixing both of them in between. We are forgetting what were our moral values and what culture is driving us for. I give you an example. In Islam, there is a word dowry. Whereas our religion says, what our moral value says, that once a girl and a boy is getting married, the boy's side needs to look after the girl affairs. But whereas the culture which this part of the world, this region of the world is adapting is, every load needs to be on the bride side, which is wrong. So we are trying to mix these things together. Once we talk about Pakistan, and now comes actually the tricky part of it. Now actually we will start talking about you guys. In Pakistan, let's put a Pakistan example. It's a newly born country, over 70 years old. We have got 65% of Pakistan population that is youth. We are a country of 220 million people living in it, out of which 65% is youth, which makes 143, correct me if I'm wrong, 143 million are youth. Now the big question is this, the tricky part is how to manage this youth and drive them on morality and to drive them in the right cultural ways. Now we start as a media, what media is doing. And that goes media all over the world. If I stand, I hope that's okay with you. What media is doing? Media is playing very smart at this moment in time. The role of media needs to be neutral. I don't know about your countries, but I believe media role being neutral is mandatory all over the world. And I would really like if you also interact with me so that I can understand that you are getting my viewpoints. The role of media, how many of you think that yes, the role of media needs to be neutral? How many of you? Right. But if the media is driving you on a wrong way, being a biased, what do you think? What will happen? This society will be damaged. Our moral, ethical, cultural, all values will be damaged because the media is trying to drive us all in a wrong way. So it's very important to understand what is the role of every individual. You all delegates are here in Pakistan, and yes, this is the culture of Pakistan. Yes, we talk on every issue. Yes, we are here to differentiate where to draw a line between the wrong and the right thing. You guys are here for, I believe, for last 2 days, and you have been visiting all over Lahore specifically. That's the culture which we have. That's what you are having in your mind, and once you guys will go back to your countries, that's what we want that you should be talking about. There are a lot of different aspects of Pakistan. Once we talk about a lot of reservations, and I really want, once we come on the question answers thing, you ask all those things, all those what I can say feelings which you have once you were coming to Pakistan, or what your parents or families were having once you were traveling to Pakistan. But once you are here and you have seen how the things are working out to be, I am sure things are entirely on a different ball game. Okay, now comes the second important thing which we as we talk about on the morality and all that. And all over the world, we see old age homes. You agree on that? All over the world, we have got old age homes. You agree? We have all over the world. As a media person, I try my level best, and all the anchors of the world try their level best to ask tough questions from the politicians, from the people who are having the posts, important positions, because it gives them a good TRP. It gives them a good TRP. But none of us, hardly 1 or 2% people, they are there who go in such old homes and ask their children why you have thrown your parents out there. That's the culture I'm talking about. You guys need to understand it. We on media side, and you as the youth of the world, you need to understand what is your role in it. Once I will feel that yes, this point is important for you, for everyone, I will start talking about it. But once we will see that no, none of us is interested in the morality, in the culture of any country, we follow wrong cultures. Actually, we try to make our culture of our own. I should learn, if you are here, I should be learning things from which are the good part of your society. I should be learning the good moral values which you guys should be sharing with me. Rather than what we do as human beings, that we follow the wrong side of the history. And then we justify ourselves. We justify because we feel, yes, if this, by doing this, he or she is getting the hype in his or her life, let's follow it. Regardless of thinking that no, this is the wrong way which she or he is following. And same goes for the countries. If some country is a superpower and that country is doing bad to the rest of the world, don't support them. And if there is a country who is not that big, but working for humanity, for the cause, it's the duty of the world, it's your duty, it's my duty to talk and know about it and support them all out. I tell you, you all are on social media, I'm sure of that. In the last 10 days, how many of you have tweeted or WhatsApp or has uploaded a status on morality? Just give me an example. You all are sitting here. One.
I do.
Just one. Two. So, I always say that. Stop criticizing. World is not doing this for us.
Yeah, we
Our government is not doing this for us. You are coming from all over the world. 35 country delegates are sitting here. So tell me, my question is this. Why you guys are not sharing your feelings? Don't you all have heart for others? Yes, we all have. But we don't do it because that's not getting said. That's the major issue. We all have to decide and then go forward in our lives. If we will keep on sitting and tweeting, God knows what. Seriously. Last time, once again I'm saying, last time, when was the status or tweet you did about anything good about your family? One.
Just recently.
Two, start living these lives. There is a life which you live in your family. There is a life which you live outside your family. This is the life which we are living outside our family. But if I need to have the best of my life, I should learn from the moral values which my family is giving me. I have to learn the moral values which my culture, which my religion is giving me. If I am wearing this flag, that's what I am representing. I am representing Pakistan. I am not representing anyone. If you all delegates are here, you are the ambassadors of your respective countries. You are not here just to have food or halla galla or a dance or anything. You are here to learn the different cultures of the world. So please, my humble request would be that learn from the good things about every culture and then spread it. Spread the good part of your humanity. Honestly, I am seeing the faces of you all. You are such a beautiful people. There are very small interaction sessions which at least I have seen, in which I have seen such a young viewers coming from all over the world. Don't waste your life. After 10 years, after 15 years, you will crib that I have not done this for myself, for my family, for my religion, for my country. Don't bring that day come to your life like that. Thank you very much. And, if you have questions, I'm very happy to answer that. Yeah, please. Mic, please. Can I have water, please?
Thank you very much.
What's your name?
It's Patrick.
Okay.
Yes, from South Africa.
South Africa. I have been there twice. Lovely country.
You need to go there again. You've raised a very relevant point of the negativity that is displayed by the media. And that is the honest truth. The reason why I'm saying that is the honest truth, because at the end of this statement, I'm going to ask you a question. Before we came here, we knew through media that Pakistan is a very violent country.
Okay.
Yes. That if we come at some point we have the courage to risk ourselves to be killed or kidnapped.
Okay.
Yes. That is true media. Now, even young people, not just here in Pakistan, all over the world, media only displays the parts that are bad, but the parts that are good done by you through the initiatives they start and everything that they do, they are not displayed for the community and the public to see them.
Okay.
Yes. Now I want to check what role in the media industry can you play into getting exactly the touching stories of young people, get deep on the roots of the poor people to understand exactly what challenges do they face what is happening in the environment that they are in, even on the ones that are selling, opening sponsor shops and everything, to find what experience, the bad experience, the good experience they go through. And then the last question, because in South Africa, we have a channel called DSTV, but I've never even a single day, because before we came here, we should have watched news of Pakistan and what is happening on live channels. We have BCC, we have CCM, we have all these news channels, but there is no channel that's specifically dedicated to Pakistan. Now I want to check, as Pakistan media, can't you do something so that the world will be able to see the attraction, because there's beauty in Pakistan. There are a lot of things that are good here in order to get those things. Thank you.
Your first thing, which is first question, which is very important. Once you were traveling in Pakistan, you were having all the things in your mind, you have been conveyed, things are different. You need to understand one thing. Pakistan is situated in the middle of a lot of countries. We are fighting, specifically after 9/11, Pakistan is the only country who is fighting a war against terror all out. We are a country who have more than 70,000 martyrs in the history it is written. More than 70,000 martyrs, which includes our army, which includes our civilians also. But we are fighting a war against terror, which was imposed on us by the USA. Let's put it that way. We need to keep the record clear. As of today, we are fighting a war. And yes, situation may not be that good, but the way our forces are working, the way the government is working, the way all stakeholders are working, that's the reason today you and I, we are sitting here talking very freely what is happening in Pakistan. That's your point number one. Point number two, yes, it's very important to understand what an ordinary person in Pakistan is having issues and how to address it. There are a lot of private channels on that. I represent Pakistan State channel, and yes, we are there. And yes, we are there to highlight all the issues, whatever comes into, and we are doing it. And last point of yours. Sorry, I forgot the last one. What was your last point?
We always forget that.
My last point was what Pakistan can do, because as much
Same
as
thing
we
happened
watch
to me as
news
well.
that happen in the West, internationally, from South Africa, there are channels that shows us what is happening.
Yes, that's very important. I believe, for instance, the viewership of what is happening in Pakistan, our channel that goes on 169 countries to be exact, and yes, that's the one thing on which we all should be working, that it should be transforming on all the medias of the world. Next. I've got just 3 minutes to go, so she'll come again. Ji, please. Ji. And she's very fond of coming again and again and poking me. Ji.
Hi, my name is Felicity, and I also major in journalism. So my question is, I totally, agree with you about media needs to be neutral, right? But the thing is, during my field study, and I was interviewing people from different places and addressing different problems. The thing is that I find myself really hard to be neutral, especially for girls that we are really being manipulated by our emotions. When you're interviewing people that they are telling you their tragic situation and stuff like that, tend to write news or write reports, going into a very biased way or a very specific way that you're not looking at the situation very objectively. So, take an example of Donald Trump several months. He was separating the parents and the children from Mexico, right? So because of the DACA system and stuff like that. So there are a lot of comments in the internet. I think most of the people would say it's so inhuman that he should not do that. It's a wrong thing. So we're actually criticizing him. But another point that we didn't see, it was those parents, at the beginning, they were doing something wrong. So if they take the responsibility of doing something wrong, being the illegal immigrants, they wouldn't just do that. They would think of information or stuff like that. But we barely see those news, or we barely see these kind of comments. So it's really hard, especially for those journalists who has already brought up the news in a social media.
Okay,
Talking
I got your point.
Yeah.
Listen, I tell you, there is something which it's going to be 2019, starting after a month. And you know what the major issue is? I believe whatever you said, and I endorse it. And yes, there are a lot of pressures, there are a lot of issues which journalists have. They have to talk about something, and that goes across the board. That goes across the board. But then I say, then comes, who are you? Always remember, no matter whatever the world is saying to you, no matter what, at the end of the day, it's your decision. At the end of the day, it's my decision. It cannot be a decision of anyone else. I cannot say, yes, I did it because I was pressurized. That means I am a weak person. So have that faith in you. If you are right, if what you are saying or what you are doing is right, don't back out. You will face the music, face it once. I always talk, once I talk in banks, I tell them, we are target-oriented marketing. I always say, fail on daily basis, but never quit. But because once you will quit, you will be never successful. Don't want world to remember you. You should not want world to remember you. Yes, there was a girl, she was a journalist. No, world should remember you. There was a girl and her name was this, and she was an honest person. And trust me, that is your success. Your success. There are 10,000 journalists out there. Don't be like that. Be what you are, and you are best at yourself. Last question, Ji. Please, last question. Ji, Lantarana. You don't have time.
Acha.
Thank you very much. Please see you. Love you audience. Take care.